Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsey's Little Library. So I'm here today because it is our 5-star prediction follow-up for Booklist Thursday. Booklist Thursday is something I do with Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of thoughts, ideas, recommendations, something bookish related. So today we are doing our follow-up for our 5-star predictions that we did a couple of months ago. This round we teamed up with Jen from Pages in Chaos. She is such a fun friend. Known her for quite a while, and she just recently started her channel. So I'll leave that link below, but go give her some love and support and see how her round of 5-star predictions went as well. And we picked 3 books we thought were going to be 5 stars. Our buzzword for this round was fall. So it could have like fall colors, set in the fall in love, however reinterpreted that. So I had 3 books that I picked for this round, and I got 1 out of 3. That was 5 stars. So doing great. It's great. Let's start with the 1-star book. I know you heard that. 1 star. I don't usually go that low. 1 star. And that is unfortunately the one I was the most excited about, and that was In the Warm Hands of Ghosts by Catherine Arden. Catherine Arden is a middle grade author who wrote the, I can't think of the book series, but it was a spooky like trilogy that I read last October that I really enjoyed. And I started this book before I even picked it, and from the beginning it drew me in, and it was good. Those first few chapters, I'm like, that's high hopes, this is gonna be great. We follow one main character, kind of two, as she has just survived the Halifax explosion that just happened during World War II. I had to question myself there, pretty sure. And her brother is over fighting the war. She loses her family during this explosion. You find this out all right away. And she is a nurse. And she finds out that potentially her brother is still alive, and she learns this through a seance and some ghostly encounters, which I thought was unique. I was all for that. I'm like, yeah, give me the ghost right away. So she heads over to Europe to a place where she did serve. She was over there as a nurse, and she was sent home to try to figure out where her brother is. And the book kind of falls apart after that. It gets weird. It is a bit ghosty, but then even weirder, and then even weirder, and then it gets boring, and then she throws in not necessary things. It just wasn't good. It was a waste of my time. Thankfully, I only got it from the library, so it went back. Anyways, 1 star. We're gonna move on. We don't want to talk about that anymore. Next one I want to talk about is Shutter by Ramona Emerson. This was great. Solid 3.5, probably closer to 4 stars. This follows our main character, Rita. She's a forensic photographer working for the Albuquerque police force. She is also part Navajo. So we get brought into some of the Navajo's views and traditions and looks on death. And so her being a forensic photographer is very taboo. It's not necessarily something someone from the Navajo nation should be drawn to, but she is, and she's very good at it. And the reason why she's good at it is because she can communicate with the ghosts. And they follow her around. So she's taking pictures of these crime scenes that have happened, and the ghost shows up and is like, what's going on? You need to go talk to this person, or you need to figure out what happened to me. I really enjoyed that. So she's really gets drawn into a really interesting case. She's sent to photograph the scene of a supposed suicide on a highway overpass, and the ghost of the victim insists that she was murdered, and this case kind of gets poo-pooed. It looks very much like it was a suicide, and so she has to find creative ways to bring it back up and to start investigating it. So I really did enjoy it. This is book 1. I know at least book 2 is out already. I would absolutely continue with this series. I enjoyed Rita as a character. I enjoyed the other sub characters that were with it. One of the investigators was interesting. I like hearing parts of Rita's life, which wasn't all that easy, and what she's learned from her grandmother and being on the reservation. So it was really interesting. I enjoyed it. I feel like it's not talked about that much, but if you like police procedural and you're okay with ghosts, this is definitely one to pick up. I enjoyed it a lot. And the ghosts get kind of funny, which is kind of lighthearted when you're thinking about the subject you're reading about, right? And then my only 5-star read was nothing to do with fall or ghosty stuff or vibes. It's all about falling in love. And this one was The Sweetness of Forgetting by Kristen Harmel. This was shoved into my hand by my very best friend, Lindsey. She had read it, I believe, when she was with her mom, I think so, and she read it all in that like few days that she was there. So this one follows Hope. She's 36, she's no stranger to bad news. She lost her mother to cancer. Her husband left her for a 22-year-old, and her bank account is nearly gone. Her own dreams of becoming a lawyer is long gone. She's running a failing family bakery on Cape Cod and raising a wonderful preteen. So I know what that's like. Then Hope's beloved French-born grandmother, Mamie, who basically raised her. She is battling Alzheimer's and has a really special relationship with Hope's daughter, has a very special relationship with Hope. And when they go to visit her one night, she's having a very rare moment of clarity. And basically starts telling Hope about her past and some secrets that she's holding on to. And she's basically saying, I need you to go and tell me what has happened to this list of people. And Hope is just very confused because this list of people are people she's never heard of before. It's not even the same name as her grandmother has. She has to go to Paris to try to figure out where these people came from. And this very small moment of clarity goes away rather quickly. And so Hope is kind of left in this impasse of, what do I do? Do I go and help my grandmother? Do I stay here and deal with this bakery that's not doing great? And all of these things that are coming into play, and you'll have to read it to figure out what happens. But it is so magical and so fantastic, and I loved it so much. It also, at the beginning of each of the chapters, so we get multiple perspectives. We get Hope's perspective as well as Rose, which is her grandmother, Mamie. And where are they? At the beginning of some of the chapters, we get recipes for some of the dishes that are being sold at the bakery. So they're all in here. I'm actually excited to try a couple of them. I think they'd be really good. So highly recommend this. 5 stars. I mean, Kristen Harmel, hello. I should have known it was going to be 5 stars, but I loved it. But I feel like it's, again, not a book that's talked a lot about. So I would highly recommend that as well. So out of the, this round was fine. I mean, the last few rounds I've been doing fairly well at picking my 5-star reads. So I knew there was a hiccup coming. But of these two I highly would recommend. I think you should read them. I think you should pick them up. If you come across In the Warm Hands of Ghosts, I mean, it might be for you. It could be. I mean, not every book is for everyone, and it could be for you. And if you love Catherine Arden, you might enjoy it. It just wasn't for me. So anyways, head over to Sarah's channel as well as Jen's channel. Again, I'll link them below to see what they thought of their 5-star predictions this round. Otherwise, comment, like, subscribe, all that fun stuff, and I will see you next time. Bye.